How's it going, everybody? Welcome to the channel. This is Big Daddy Dave, and this is a map tour for a new mod map to Farming Simulator 25 called New Bartelshagen. And we're going to start with the description from the mod hub, and it reads, "Welcome to New Bartelshagen, a small town in Gebauer Boden. All standard functions of the LS25 are installed. There are 21 fields, 15 production buildings, 5 purchasable farms, 6 purchasable forest pieces, 3 purchasable building plots, horse pasture, pigsty, cow pasture, a BGA. There are no mods required for this map. This map was created by Atsi VR and is 127.22 megabytes to download. If we take a look at the map, this is what it looks like. We start out pretty much right in the middle of the map, right here at our main starting farm. And we start out by owning farmlands numbers 6, 94, and 97. 6 being a field that has no product in it. 94 being the main portion of our starting farm, and 97 being the secondary portion of our starting farm. Field prices do vary, and we can see up here in the northwest we have one that's $103,000, got another one $113,000, and it just goes way up from there. This map is incredibly expensive for its fields. We got, I mean, not for the size though. 52 acres for $849,000. We got 830,000. We've got 449,000, 258,000. I mean, there's really not a good kind of starter as far as things go, besides up here in the northwest where you got a couple of these smaller fields, and I mean you're still spending over 100,000 just to expand. But I mean, it gets up to 1 million. We got one down here for another 900,000, and so on and so forth. We get some forestry bits down here, 97,000, 133,000, got 195, 248, and 292. So yeah, it's going to be very, very expensive to be on this map. We do start with animals. We do have a horse pasture available to us right off the bat. Contracts are available on this map. We do start out with a greenhouse, so we do own a production point on this map, and there are collectibles on this map. Specifically 50 are available for finding. If we take a look at mods specific to this map, starting in the buy menu, there's nothing listed here in the mods and DLCs tab. We take a look at the build menu though. Under our buildings tab, under sheds there's nothing, but under silos we scroll all the way down, you will see that, you will see right here we have the root crop storage shed and the new Bartelshagen mod. That is a mod specific to this map. There's nothing under silo extensions, nothing under constructibles, but under containers we scroll down, we'll see a couple more right here. We can also see another set here in tools with the new Bartelshagen tag. Nothing under farmhouses. If we take a look under the productions tab, scrolling all the way down, you will see, you'll see the biogas plant there. That is a mod specific to this map. There is nothing under selling points, greenhouses, cultivation, or generators. There's nothing at all under the tab of animals, nothing under decorations, and nothing under landscaping. Now we do start out here at the starting farm, so let's take a look at our starting equipment. If we take a look under this menu here, go over to vehicles, we start out with the Claas Avion 450 harvester. We have a Claas Vario 620 header. We also start with the Great Plains Solid Stand 1500, the John Deere 3650, the John Deere 6R 185, the John Deere 980, the Massey Ferguson MF 8570 trailer, and the Rudolph DK 280 RP trailer. And that's it. That is all the starting equipment. So let's go ahead and start out at our main starting farm and check out what we have. Now, I will say that there's essentially 3 separate quote-unquote areas for our main starting farm, and I'll kind of point them out with a farm 1A, farm 1B, and farm 1C. So this is going to be farm 1A. We have AI helper Walter right here. We have a sleep trigger right here, wardrobe trigger right beside it, and a greenhouse. Open the door and have access to all of our various standard outputs. Input of water, output of the product. So now we're leaving farm 1A And now we're going to head down the road to farm number 2. Down at the end of this street. You can see the house right there at the end of the... I guess you'd call this a... I mean, kind of a cul-de-sac, kind of a roundabout. So now that we're all the way down here, let's go ahead and check out the map. So we were at our main starting farm right here. We then came over to here, farmland number 98 for $307,905. We'll go ahead and purchase that. And you can see now we have access to certain items that popped up. We have a sleep trigger. Oops. Right here. And a wardrobe trigger around the back. Right there. And then over here, oops, hop over the fences. We have a pigsty right over here. We have room for 30 pigs, none to start out with. We have, I believe this is where you put in the feed there. And if I remember correctly, around the back side. Oh. No, it was around the side. Slurry output right there. Now heading back to the main road and heading back towards the Farm 1A. We're not going to it just yet. We're heading towards it. Now coming up here, again, we'll take a look at the map. So we were over here at farm number 2, came back around to farm number 3, farmland number 93 for $68,656. We'll go ahead and buy that. You'll see all of these new pop-ups come up. Right here we have AI helper David. A chicken coop. We start out with 9 chickens. We have room for 20. Over here we have the liquid fertilizer buy point. A lime station. Seeds buy point. Repair trigger right in there. We have the herbicide buy point and the fertilizer buy points right there. And then over here, sleep trigger and wardrobe trigger. And then across the street, we have the bakery. You can purchase the bakery for $150,000. Output here and input in the back right over here. And I have been trying to remember to show off all the production points that we don't own. Starting with the bakery here, does look like just a standard bakery with bread and cake as our input, as our outputs. Open this, and now we're going to head down the road over to Farm 1B. So coming a little ways down here. Back here, kind of on the back side of Farm 1A, because the Farm 1A is right over there. You can see the greenhouse just in the distance over there. We do have the pasture over here for our horses, room for 16 of them. Feed goes here, water goes there. Then right across the street is the rest of 1B. Water buy point right here. Fuel tank right here. Right here we have the seeds buy point. We have a repair trigger right over here. tucked away in this barn right here, we have the liquid fertilizer buy point. Turn around a bit. Herbicide buy point right there. And fertilizer right around the corner right there. So now we're going to grab this John Deere. Make our way around. So now we need to backtrack just a little ways. Go past our farm 1A. Past farm number 3, the bakery. And now coming up here on the left, person standing in the yard, that's AI helper Ben. Keep on heading out in this direction. Follow this road. Now here we have AI helper Noah. And then over here we have the Big Farm Kiosk sell point. Oops. So now we need to backtrack one more time. As we continue to head down. Now coming up here, we'll make a right. Again, going past farm 1A. And now coming past 1B, we're going to head all the way down towards the southern portion of the map to take in the rest of the map. So coming up here at this intersection, we're going to want to make us a right. Now we go down a little ways. You can start seeing the next point of interest coming into view there on the left. Okay. So this I'm going to refer to as farm number 4. Even though there's not much of a farm here, we take a look at the map one more time. So we were up here at farm number 3, right up here. We then came back down around to the main section down here, and now we are down to farmland number 84 for $35,804. Go ahead and purchase that, and you see all these now pop up. We got 2 constructibles here. I believe we have a house as well as a garage on this plot. Now, as they are constructibles, you will be required to bring various materials to build them up and to make them functional. Now, continuing to head down the road, we're approaching on my left farm 1C. So this is the last little bit that you start out with on your main starting farm. Now here we'll make a left. Whoops. We'll come to a stop. And we'll walk in to this portion of the farm. Okay. We'll just keep on following this around. And now coming up here, directly in front of me, this is the root crop storage. So if we go inside this barn right here, this is a silo, but looks like you can put in here and take out over here. Now over here, we have, over here, we have the fertilizer as well as the liquid fertilizer buy points. And then over here, we have the herbicide buy point as well as the seeds buy point. We have a silo, large one, right behind us. And that is everything that's over in this area. Now let's go ahead and grab the tractor one more time and head out. So now we're going to head down the road a little ways. See our next point of interest. Tucked away all the way back here, we have the potato processing plant. We have an input right here, an output, and the buy point icon. $360,000 to purchase this one. Let's get turned around. Alright, we'll keep on heading out. Coming up here across the street, we'll run into our next farm. Oddly enough, doesn't include the horse pasture that's right there. Right over here is our starting farm, or not our starting farm, but our purchasable farm. So we were here at farm 1A, or 1C. No, I'm sorry, we're back here. We then came over to 1C. We then came back around over to the factory here, the potato processing, and now we're up to farmland number 96. Can be purchased for $31,120. Go ahead and do so. And we have a couple more icons that appeared. Bale and pallet storage and a hayloft right there. Continuing on, we have the Cooper. You can purchase this for $300,000. Now I believe around the back here is the input. Yep, input right here. And then I think the output, I could be wrong about this because it doesn't appear to be clearly marked. I believe it's under here. We have another production point right here. We have the tailor shop. Can be purchased for $240,000. We have our input here and output behind it. Now coming up to our last production point over here, we have an input right there. Right here is output. And the soup factory can be purchased for $405,000. Let's go ahead and jump back in. And this time we have to go quite a ways. I think I'll actually go ahead and kick on the high speed real quick so that we would get there in considerably less time. Alright, so we made it to the other side of the map here, and coming up to my right, that is the next point of interest. That is the gas station. Now here we're going to go ahead and just cut through. Come back here. And right here to my right is going to be farm number 6. We were over here. I believe we left off at farm number 5. Or no, all the production points here. Then we came down, out and around to this area down here. Farmland number 99 can be purchased for $152,012. Go ahead and do so. And we now have access to this cow barn. We have slurry output right here. Inside we have the feed trigger right there. Here we have the input for 94 cows is how much we have room in here. And our milk trigger is right there. And, oh, can't forget this. Inside the door. Oh, can we open? Straw trigger right in here. So now, we'll head down the road a little bit further. Open up this gate. And right here we have the biogas plant. Can purchase this for $883,033. We have a solid input here, liquid input there, and liquid output, aka our digestate, comes out right there. Now coming around the side here, opening this gate. First off, right over here. Oh, it is just this building. I don't know what I was thinking there. $288,000 to purchase the grain mill, and I just realized I haven't been showing off the factories like I've been saying I wanted to. Input here and output right here. So let's go ahead and check those out here real quick. Okay, so we saw the biogas plant. That one just appears to be standard. We've got the Cooper, which making the barrels, bathtubs, and buckets. Let's see, we saw the grain mill just now. That's all standard stuff as well. Let's see, potato processing. We can make all the potato chips based on the different styles of oils that we have in potatoes. And tailor shop, fabric to clothes. So yeah, that's pretty much all standard. I haven't seen anything yet that's kind of stood out worth mentioning. All right, so coming up here, make a left, stop right there, open the gate. We have another production point back here, input here, output here, and the cereal factory is worth $240,000. Let's go and grab the tractor one more time. And the cereal factory, so we can see up here, all these various recipes here just to make cereal. Got honey, chocolate, oats, and corn, honey and rice, honey, raisins, oats, and corn, and honey and rice. Okay. So right here, we have the sugar factory. Input was right over there. Just drove over it. output here, and can be purchased for $240,000. Right next door, we have the warehouse sell trigger directly in front of me. And then the buy trigger, just like the base game, is based off right over there. Right here, we have the dairy, can be purchased for $210,000, and output and input. This way, whoops. All right. Now we have AI helper Katie off to the left there. Slurry buy point right here. Newer buy point right in front of me. And right here we have the animal dealer, the little paw print right there. Now you can bring your animal, you can come up here and you can use this icon here directly, or you can use this same icon at your pens and pastures in order to purchase animals. Now if you use this icon directly, you will incur an additional fee. That fee is associated to a delivery fee. The animal dealer is coming up to this, or is taking the animals from this location and taking them to any of the pens and pastures you have laid out throughout the map. Now, it can get a little expensive depending on what you're buying. So an adult cow can be $100 per adult cow. And depending on how many you want, that's quite a bit of money. So to fill up this cow barn with adults would be $9,400. So to save that money, you could bring an animal trailer up to this location and load the animals directly into it and then deliver the animals yourself. It will save you that money on having to spend it on the animal dealer taking it. Now, tucked around the backside over here with the animal dealer sell point. And now we backtrack. Once again, backtrack. All right, so now we're pulling up to our next point of interest. A couple of them, actually. Right here, we have the oil mill. Input right there. Can be purchased for $240,000, and output right here. Next door to that, we have the cement factory with an input right here. And around this side, we have our output as well as the buy point. Purchasable for $370,000. Grab the tractor. Continuing down the road just a little bit. Now here we have farm number 7. Let's go ahead and where was I? Farm 6 was, I believe, the cow barn here. So we then yeah. So I'm pretty sure we were here last. No, we would have actually been back here. Yeah, because we had to come up here. We then swept around to this side over here, the gas station, the cow barn, the biogas plant, then over to the grain mill, the cereal factory, came down over and saw the sugar mill, the warehouse, as well as the dairy, then came through all the animal dealer location right here, and actually just realized I missed one. I missed the sawmill back here. Let's go ahead and visit that real quick. So that's just right off the back side of the animal dealer. You can see it right over there. So when you come in, you got your output here, your buy point right under here. and input with a wood cell trigger right over there. Now just real quick so you can see exactly where you come in at. Come into the main, from the main road out just a little ways past the animal dealer themselves. So I ended up going out this way and kicking out to the left rather than going right and seeing this. So let's go ahead and go here. Now let's check out the map and going into farmland number 86 for $13,168. Go ahead and buy that. And now we have another constructible that we can use. Heading down the road. Open the gate. Here we have the carpentry, can be purchased for $300,000. We have an input here, the wood cell trigger right here, and output right there. Over to my right, we have the farmer's market sell point. Now we need to continue traveling up to the north to take in our last couple of interests. Now coming up, you can see the points of interest are coming into view. Here we'll go ahead and make a left, followed by a right. Whoops. Directly in front of me is the biomass heating plant. That is a sell point. And besides that, actually behind it, is the piano dealer. Now this is one of those sell point slash constructibles to where you can use this as a sell point, but if you come over and purchase it for $320,000, you can still use it as a sell point, but it will sit there and produce a final output which you'll get paid for at the end of the construction period. And now we leave here and go take in our last point of interest. This is one last farm on the map. Right here to my left. Go ahead and check out the map one more time. I believe we left off. Would have been here. So we took in all these different sell points here. We came up across the street where we saw the oil mill, the cement factory, we left off right here. So the 7th farm over to the carpentry, then across the street to the farmer's market. Up here, we drove past the biomass heating plant as well as the piano manufacturer, and then came up here to farmland number 85, $36,400. We'll go ahead and do that, and you'll see we have one final constructible, and that's it. That is everything here on new Bartelshagen. Now it's time to render my opinion and let you know what I think. 0 to 5 scale as per usual. I like this map. It's got a good color palette. It's got a lot going on in the ways of like production points and pretty much the whole 9 yards. And it feels massive. It feels absolutely huge. The road network being laid out exactly the way it is makes it feel so much larger than what you actually get out of it, which is a very good thing for a lot of maps. Now, the one kind of negative thing I will say about this map is that the kind of undulations are very, very few and far between. Its vast majority is flat, and because of that, it just leaves a little less than be desired. That's just my personal opinion. It is nothing against the map maker or the style of the map. It is just one of those where I prefer to have kind of more hills and valleys, to kind of break up the sightlines. Now, there's little bits here and there. There's little undulations here and a little undulation there, but not enough in my opinion. But that's how I feel about it. So if I had to rate this 0 to 5 scale, I'd give this a 4. I'd definitely give this a 4. Like I said, color palette's nice. The not overemphasis on a whole bunch of colors and the wildflowers and stuff. You do get them every once in a while to where it's out there, but it's not jarring. It's not to the point where I was like, okay, I feel like I'm in a cartoon. It still feels real. It still feels nice to drive around on at high speeds and just enjoy yourself kind of thing. So yeah, all in all, definitely like it. 4 out of 5. I think this is a good one. But I hope you enjoyed this map tour. If you did, please show me by liking, sharing, subscribing, following, commenting, doing all the things. The algorithms enjoy you doing, shows you're engaged with this channel and enjoying the content. And that being said, I hope you have a fantastic day. Take care.